The Humvee is more than just a vehicle. It's a symbol of strength, resilience, and innovation. But did you know this military icon almost didn't make it? In today's video, we'll uncover the fascinating story of how the Humvee went from a revolutionary idea to one of the most versatile machines ever created. From the battlefield to the big screen, and even your neighborhood streets, this is the story of the Humvee like you've never heard before. Stick around as we reveal its secrets, surprising moments, and why it's still a legend today. Trust us, you won't want to miss this one. In the 1980s, the US military faced a problem. Its vehicles, many of which were World War II-era designs or militarized versions of civilian trucks, were outdated and unreliable. The military needed a new modern solution, something that could handle every challenge, from transporting soldiers to carrying heavy weapons. This wasn't just a request, it was a mission-critical need for the evolving battlefield. To address this, the Army came up with a bold idea, a single versatile vehicle that could do it all. They called it the High Mobility Multipurpose Wheeled Vehicle, or HMMWV. Soldiers would later simplify that mouthful into the now famous name, Humvee. Imagine this, a vehicle tough enough to climb mountains, strong enough to carry troops and supplies, and adaptable enough to transform into anything the mission required. It sounded almost too good to be true, but the Army wasn't about to settle for less. 3 companies stepped up to the challenge: AM General, Chrysler Defense, and Teledyne Continental. Each was tasked with creating a prototype. But there was a twist. These vehicles had to be more than off-road machines. The Army demanded a helicopter transportable design that could handle extreme heat, freezing cold, mud, and sand, all while carrying troops or weapons. AM General emerged as the frontrunner. And in 1983, the military awarded them a $1.2 billion contract to deliver over 55,000 Humvees. It was an enormous gamble, but AM General was determined to prove their design could handle anything the military threw at it. The first Humvees rolled out in 1985, and it wasn't long before they faced their first major test, the 1989 U.S. invasion of Panama, known as Operation Just Cause. These vehicles carried troops, weapons, and supplies through the chaotic streets and rugged jungle terrain. Soldiers quickly grew to trust the Humvee's reliability and strength. Over time, the Humvee evolved. Early models had a 6.2-liter V8 diesel engine, which provided plenty of power for tough terrains. But it wasn't just about brute force. The Humvee's design allowed for dozens of configurations, from troop carriers to ambulances to heavily armed anti-tank vehicles. For example, some Humvees were equipped with tow missile systems, long-range weapons capable of destroying enemy tanks. These variants turned the Humvee into a mobile weapon, able to strike from a distance and then move to safety. Another version, called the Avenger, carried anti-aircraft missiles. Imagine a Humvee on the battlefield, its turret packed with deadly Stinger missiles, capable of taking down enemy helicopters or jets. It wasn't just a vehicle anymore, it was a multi-purpose combat system. But the Humvee wasn't perfect. During its early years, mechanics found it difficult to maintain, and the vehicle sometimes broke down under heavy use. Critics questioned whether the Army had made the right choice. Then came the Gulf War in 1990. This was the Humvee's moment to shine. The vehicle's ability to handle deserts, carry heavy loads, and withstand harsh conditions made it an invaluable asset. Soldiers relied on it for everything, and the world took notice. The Gulf War also brought the Humvee into the public eye. Images of these rugged vehicles crossing the desert were broadcast worldwide. Suddenly, the Humvee wasn't just a military machine, it was a symbol of American strength and ingenuity. Back home, people wanted a piece of the action. AM General responded by creating a civilian version of the Humvee, called the Hummer H1. With its boxy design and unparalleled off-road capabilities, it became an instant hit with celebrities, adventurers, and anyone who wanted to own a piece of military history. But the Humvee's military journey didn't stop there. As conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan escalated in the 2000s, the vehicle faced new challenges. Improvised explosive devices, IEDs, posed a deadly threat, and many soldiers were injured or killed when their vehicles couldn't withstand the blasts. To address this, AM General developed up-armored versions of the Humvee, such as the M1114. These models had reinforced doors, bulletproof windows, and additional armor to protect against explosions. While not invincible, these improvements saved countless lives. Despite its success, The Humvee's time as the military's go-to vehicle began to wind down. By the 2010s, a new competitor emerged, the Oshkosh Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, JLTV. With better armor and advanced technology, the JLTV was designed to replace the aging Humvee fleet. Production of the JLTV began in 2016, but that doesn't mean the Humvee is gone. In fact, it remains in service with many military units around the world, and its legacy is undeniable. From the jungles of Panama to the deserts of Iraq, the Humvee has proven time and again that it's more than just a machine. It's a symbol of innovation, resilience, and adaptability, a true workhorse that earned the respect of soldiers and civilians alike. Even today, you'll find Humvees in action, not just with the military but also with organizations like the Border Patrol and even adventurous private owners. Its story isn't over, it's simply evolving. And who knows? Perhaps one day, the Humvee will inspire a new generation of vehicles that continue its tradition of excellence. The Humvee is more than a vehicle, it's a legend, a piece of history, and a symbol of perseverance. Its story is filled with triumphs, challenges, and moments of pure innovation. If you enjoyed this journey through the Humvee's incredible history, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments. What surprised you most about the Humvee? Would you want to own one? And of course, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories about the machines, people, and moments that shaped our world. See you in the next video.